Ladies and gents, welcome back. Now, every day, hundreds of thousands of people have been tuning into this channel and other independent sources on YouTube, Rumble, all over the interwebs, in order to get an accurate picture of what's going on in our nation's capital. Now, the mainstream media has really dropped the ball on this one, and their faith in them is at an all-time low. Nobody believes what it is they're saying. Now, what is it that they're saying? Now, here's a story from yesterday from the CBC state-run media about what's going on in Ottawa.
Those who remain. Good evening, I'm Ian Hannamansing. Tonight, we're following all the angles of this developing story.
The action is imminent. If you want to leave under your own terms, now is the time to do it.
One of the convoy leaders in custody as police set up 100 checkpoints across the downtown core. The message, get out and stay out.
Look at those close-ups
Concern about the children
fences
inside those trucks.
This is no place for children. Take them home immediately. Take them to a place of safety.
Close up.
What could happen to them if their parents are arrested? A city paralyzed by protest.
Paralyzed by protests.
Our guests were terrified to come downtown.
From City Hall
Scared.
to the police
Fear.
to the streets, how the crisis has left Ottawa in limbo.
But look how big
is the Emergencies Act really the way to end this?
Are we just having to clean up the mess for the failure of what happened here in Ottawa?
Rosie and At Issue are here. This
all right.
is
Yeah.
the
So
next.
that's all of those people. Now, how do you get people's attention? How do you drum up fear? You give them fear. You give them angles. You give them a story. You get clever editing. You tell them exactly what you want them to hear. And that's not how the media should work. And that's not really what's going on the ground. I mean, if you look, we had Jim Watson on television. He's the mayor of Ottawa, and he describes exactly what his gripes, what his grievances with the protest.
Nothing was happening. You know, the protesters were becoming more and more entrenched. They were bringing in big screens, popcorn machines, bouncy castles, and the like. And none of this was being stopped as it was being brought in. It just didn't seem to register. Why would we allow all of these supplies to continue to go through?
Right. So that's him talking about getting rid of the old police chief and bringing in the new police chief, which is apparently going to be a bigger, badder guy this time. But what is the actual scene on the ground, and what do Ottawans, if that's Ottawans, what do they actually feel on the ground? Because we're getting from the news media that they're under siege, that they're completely against it, all of them. Their businesses are down and nobody's able to live their lives. This is the reason for the Emergencies Act in the first place being brought up. This is a big question for Canadians. Do we need the Emergencies Act? Is that something that is required for this situation? So I didn't have to look very long. I went to one live stream from yesterday from Viva Fry. He's a Montreal lawyer, litigator turned YouTuber, and he's been doing live streams in Ottawa. It took me all of 10 minutes to pull out 4 clips, and I'll show them to you of people from Ottawa that he's interviewed just yesterday.
Excellent. Nice to see you, as I said.
Thank you very much. Are you with the convoy or are you a local?
I'm a local. I try to do my best to come in every morning to say hello and thank them. And, well, we all know we all know. So, I mean, there's nothing much to be said. And I really enjoyed your last comment because I think this is really an awakening moment for Canadians. And as my mind was wandering as I talked, it's gone even beyond mandates at this point. It's about I'll just say lack of procedure in Parliament. And if anything, I've never liked our city councillor. I watched the board members meeting. We all know what's happened with the flux there. They're progressives. But I'm really, like I said, thankful that what the truckers have accomplished, as I said to them last week, I think that's their worst fear, is they're afraid they're letting Canadians down. I said, no, you've already won. Because if Canadians are so naive to not see what's come, whether it be the CBC or whatever, they're at loss, and it's time to basically just walk away, end the discussion, because things have broken down so obviously clear. Yeah.
So that was one guy. Here's another person.
Say hi. Where are you in from?
We're from here.
How have you found this?
Amazing.
You're not afraid of getting in trouble if you're on the interwebs? No. Carrying a Canadian flag around your neck these days is a very, very serious act of hatred.
But, no, we're not afraid.
Any problem with the police?
No, they've been awesome. We say hi to them every time.
Let's go,
Super friendly.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, go for it. Let's do this.
So they're having a great time. And
Want to say hi to the world?
Oh, sure.
Go for it.
Welcome from Ottawa.
You're from Ottawa?
Yes, we are. We're residents.
Are you not afraid of being seen at the protest that is disrupting the citizens' lives here?
I'm terrified.
Can you explain to the people watching, like the level of disruption to ordinary Ottawaoian life?
It's unbearable. You can't go anywhere these days. It's one block that way, and you're out of the protest. People need to just grow up here and stop being
Businesses that
babies.
have opened have been doing great.
That's what I've been saying. It's like
I've taken so many photos of businesses packed with people, and now a bunch of them are closed because I'm sure they got in trouble. But yeah, businesses have been fine. There's no issues. I have a friend who lives 3 blocks from here. She's had no issue. Like, the complaints are completely unwarranted. If you get up that way, there's a guy playing an accordion. It's great today. The vibe's excellent today, man.
fantastic, awesome.
Yeah.
All right, have a good time. My pleasure.
I mean, you can't make this up. So there was a clip that came out last night about, and this is from the organizers, the main organizers of the convoy, and they have a lawyer that's helping them out with all of their legal situation. And well, this is the message to anyone, because we've all heard the message from the mainstream media about whether to go to Ottawa or not, and their answer is unequivocally no, don't come. And well, for good reason. They want this to be over because it's an embarrassment for them. So this is the message from the organizers.
Hi, Canada. We're here with Keith. This is our legal representation out here. He's got a little bit of info for you for the letters that have been being left on everybody's doorsteps by Ottawa City Police today. This is important information. Everybody needs to get this out. Keith?
Hi there. I'm legal counsel to the not-for-profit Freedom Convoy. The federal government released a new proclamation last night under the Emergencies Act, and the legal wording of it is clear. It doesn't say what the police are telling you it says. It clearly, the legal proclamation that was issued by the federal government continues to allow for peaceful protests. It allows for peaceful assembly. It allows for Canadians who are concerned about their charter rights and who want to bring their children to participate in the restoration of their future rights to come to Ottawa. The order says that you can only not come to Ottawa if you're going to disrupt international trade, disrupt critical infrastructure, or engage in acts of violence. No one involved in this freedom movement, none of the truckers support any of those things. So if you're thinking about doing those things, don't come and give your head a shake. Yep. We're about peaceful protest. This emergency order from the federal government does not restrict Canadians' rights of peaceful assembly. However, what we can see on the ground here is the police look to be gearing up. It looks like the federal government is going to tell the police to go and use violence against lawful protesters. And one way to stop that from happening is Canadians who are concerned about their rights and government overreach to come to Ottawa as soon as you can get here and stand with the truckers. We believe the police are reluctant to follow this. If they follow what the federal government's telling the police to do, it will be an illegal order. It will be unlawful. So if you come and stand with the protesters, it will make it harder for the police to act on what they're being told to do. And it's really important that freedom-loving Canadians get to Ottawa as soon as possible to stand with the truckers and exercise their legal charter rights of peaceful assembly.
We'll be here, guys. Remember, peace is the only way out of this. The only way to win with a tyrannical government like what we have right now is to stand up to them. We can't back down. We've come too far. We have to follow this through. Thank you, guys.
So you heard it right there. Come down to Ottawa. They're calling for people to come down and be witness to what is about to happen. There is no chance that these guys are looking for violence or breaking the law. Peaceful, legal protest is what they're claiming. They're advocating that more people come to bear witness and only come peacefully. Now, I've had inside word that there's a possibility that the subways may be down in Ottawa. I wasn't even aware there was a subway in Ottawa. So if people are trying to get into Ottawa, that will not be an option, or may not be an option. So that being said, keep on trucking.